Hey, Maximizers, and welcome to my live. If this is your first time watching me, I want to say welcome, welcome. My name's Crystal, aka Crystal Maximizer, and I am a business coach. I help women grow profitable businesses that they love using social media, specifically by going live. I started my business in 2018, and I started off teaching women how to coupon, teaching women how to budget, teaching women how to save money. I transitioned in 2020 and started teaching my clients how to actually make money and how to start their side hustles. And I completely fell in love with helping women make money. And in 2023, I decided I am going to be a full time business coach simply because nothing bad happens when women make more money. And when women make more money, they can make more impact. They can do more of what they want. They can have time freedom. They can have location freedom. And they can live the life that they always dreamed of for themselves without the restrictions of a 9 to 5, without limited income. When you have a business, you really have the opportunity to live the life that you truly have always desired. So now I have the pleasure of helping women start and grow their businesses, and it is by far my favorite thing to do. Specifically, I am helping my clients create social media strategies that they can utilize to go live and make sales in their business. So I've been on social media and doing all the things since 2018. I started making sales in 2019, and I have made 99% of my multiple six figures totally on social media, and more specifically, a big bulk of it by going live. So, in today's live, I want to talk a little bit about how I choose my social media live topics because one question, one hurdle that a lot of people say when they're trying to go live is they don't know what to talk about. So I would love to know who's watching. I am live on multiple platforms, but I'd love to know who's watching. Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments where you're watching from, what city, what state, what country, and what is your favorite social media platform to use for your business, okay? So let me know where you're watching from, and for business purposes, what is your favorite social media platform to use? Don't be shy. I respond to all the comments, even though I am watching on multiple platforms. Let me know where you're watching from and which social media platform do you use the most for your business. Now, me personally, I am on multiple platforms. So I have two YouTube channels, a Facebook page, my Instagram, and my TikTok. I have two YouTube channels because I have one YouTube channel that was all about couponing. I built that for couponing specifically. And now I have my new YouTube channel, Build a Business with Chris, where I share all content around starting and growing your business online. So I have a whole YouTube channel that's simply dedicated to teaching women how to start and grow their businesses, which is absolutely epic. And then my TikTok and my Instagram, I've had them for a while. So I just decided to keep them when I switched over. So in the comments, let me know where you're watching from and let me know what social media platform do you use most for business. I'm going to restart my Instagram because it's like frozen. So let me restart my Instagram and then we'll get into the tips, okay? And then we will get into the tips. So let me just restart my Instagram live. So let me know where y'all are watching from on YouTube, on Facebook, and on TikTok. Do not be shy. Let me know where you're watching from in the comments and what's your favorite social media platform. And thank you for so much on TikTok for all of the likes. I really appreciate it. So, where are you watching from and what's your favorite social media platform to use for business? Don't be shy. I can see y'all watching. So, just drop it in the comments where you're watching from and what's your favorite social media platform to use. So, how I pick my live topics. I don't know what Instagram was doing. It was like kind of frozen when it came to going live. So, I'm going to reintroduce myself and then we're going to get started. All right. Hi, Maximizers again. Welcome to my live. My name is Crystal, aka Crystal Maximizer, and I'm a business coach. And I help women grow profitable businesses that they love using social media, specifically social media live. Okay. All right. So let's dig in. We have Carmen watching from Washington. Thank you so much, Carmen, for watching. So excited to have you here with us. And Carmen says Facebook and LinkedIn. Carmen, do you have a business? If so, let us know in the comments what your business is. Apologies if it gets a little bit loud. I'm sitting right by the air conditioner and it just came on. Hey, Wendy. So let me know where you're watching from and what social media platform do you use the most for your business. Okay. So, first things first, I'm going to talk about how I choose my social media live topics. How do I even figure out what the heck I'm going to talk about live? I have been going live since 2000, and I want to say, did I go live in 2019? I probably started going live in early 2020 because I don't really remember myself going live before then, but I'm gonna see right now because I've never really looked back to see when I actually did my first live. YouTube is my main social media platform, and my first YouTube channel was where I did all the things. Okay, so I'm actually gonna go back over here, and I am gonna go through my YouTube back of the house studio really quick, and I'm gonna check to see when I did my first live because it was on YouTube. I don't think I did a live anywhere else, like a public live. Okay, so let's filter this. Use visibility title. Oh, I know what I can do. Date. If I click this and click this up. My first live that I did on YouTube, January 30th, 2019. So I have been going live since 2019. So 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. I've been going live for 5 years. 5 years. And I would say for the past at least like 3.5, almost 4 years, I have gone live on multiple platforms. Okay. And the reason why I do that, and I promise you I'm going to get to the tips, but I like to give you context and backstory. She says kind of I created a nonprofit and consulting business. Okay. So obviously they're separate, right? Nonprofit's one thing and then consulting is separate. All right. Understood. So I utilize multiple platforms because I do not create any content for TikTok or Instagram or Facebook. I create all of my content for my YouTube channel. So the way that I maximize my reach, because I do have an audience on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram, is I go live. So instead of trying to show up on every platform in the sense of creating content and editing it and all of the things, I just decide to go live on all of my platforms. I save my replays on Facebook, I save my replays on Instagram, and I just go live on TikTok and I post when it's convenient for me. But my social media strategy that I use to grow my business is YouTube is the priority. YouTube is where I make content, and then everywhere else is repurposed content. Hey, Soft Digital Life, thank you so much for the rose. I appreciate it. Let me know if you have any questions. So, my first tip for you when it comes to topics, if you have multiple platforms and you are planning to use live to grow your business, go live on multiple platforms at once. If you're going to speak it and you have a few followers on your business Instagram page and on your business Facebook page, and maybe you also have a little bit of an audience on TikTok, grab an iPad, grab someone else's phone, do one live on your laptop and one live on your phone. Like I'm literally looking at two phones right now and my laptop. And I use a software called StreamYard that lets me go live on both my YouTube channels and Facebook. And then I have one phone for TikTok and one phone for Instagram. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Maximizer family. So utilize your platforms. I don't say go live on Instagram this day, go live on Facebook this day, go live on YouTube this day. That's too much. If you're going to go live everywhere at once, right? I'm managing the screens. It can be overwhelming in the beginning, but literally it gets easier. Now, I don't like to go live just on one platform because it doesn't maximize my reach. Thank you so much for the follow. So, this is how I choose my live topics as someone that has been going live for 5 years. Okay. I used to struggle in the very beginning, and I used to do a lot of Q&A lives, meaning I would just come on live and answer questions. Okay. And that went so well for me as a couponer because people have a bazillion coupon questions. So I would just go live and just say, hey, I'm answering your coupon questions. And that's how I changed the couponing industry from a business standpoint because I came in and I was like, these women need help saving money and they need help strategically saving money. Okay. Instead of you just saying, go buy this chapstick and use this coupon, I really wanted to teach women how to figure out like what they needed so that they could look at the CVS ad or look at their local grocery store ad and actually buy the things that they need and save money on. So answering questions was like crucial for me. But as I grew as a business owner, I realized I needed to figure out what I could actually talk about. Now, the first thing I'll say for you is the most important thing I think about when going live is how can I educate my audience? How can I help my audience get a little bit more of what they want? How can I help my audience take the next best step and get more of what they want? Right now, I'm going to be speaking to the service based business owners because if you have a physical business, right? If you sell t shirts, if you sell lashes, if you sell makeup, if you sell custom tumblers, if you sell anything physical, your live strategy is simply get on and talk about your product. Show us your product, why we need it, why it's helpful, why it's different from the competitors, right? Yes, service based. As a service based business owner, we need to educate and help our audience. We need to help our followers figure out how they can take the next best step towards it, right? So, is it Deanna? She's an accountant. A great thing for her to talk about is why you need an accountant, why an accountant is helpful, right? Why an accountant is actually going to help you save money, better tax benefits. People just see it as like, oh, I can manage my own money. I can manage my own books, but it's so much more than that. So when you are a service-based business, talk about educating. If you do hair, that's a service. Educate your audience on having a professional hairstylist do their hair. I'm not just talking about braids, like someone to give you a deep conditioner, someone to massage your scalp, right? Someone to oil it up and figure out your hair texture to help it grow, to retain your length. Why is it important that we go to a professional hairstylist? It doesn't have to be every week or every month, but educate us on why this is important. But most importantly, how is it going to help us get more of what we want? You want length retention? You want healthy hair? You don't want to have to get a haircut every time you see your hairdresser. So, how do I avoid that? What do I need to do to get long hair? Because trust and believe we're going to do it. As a business coach, most people really want to know how to make more money, whether it's on social media, off social media, they don't care. How can I make that consistent 10K months to start? We all want to get to that minimum 10K months to start, right? But we got to start with the $500 a month. We got to start with the $1,000 a month. But how can I help my clients make more money? Because as a business owner, we need to make sales. So above all else, if you are a service-based business owner, you really want to keep in the forefront of your mind, how can I educate my audience? How can I help my audience get more of what they want? How can I help my audience take the next best step towards the thing that they want? And that really boils down to the problem that you're solving in your business. So if you're not clear on what problem you're solving in your business and how you're helping your ideal clients get more of what they want, you got to go back to the drawing board and you got to figure out, what am I helping my clients achieve? Okay. If you're not solving a problem, you're probably not making sales in your business. So, my first way that I figure out, thank you so much for the follow. My first way that I figure out what topics to talk about live is, what does my audience need to know before they work with me? What does my audience need to know before they purchase an offer from me? What does my audience need to know that is going to help them be more informed about how I can help them get more of what they want? So, for instance, right now I'm selling my live boot camp. It's a 3-day live boot camp where I'm going to help you go live and make more sales in your business. So, what do you need to know about me? Number one, you need to know about my story, like as a business owner. How did I even start using live? Okay. Why is live important? Why is it helpful? How has it made me and my clients money over the years, right? Why should you even work with me? Why am I qualified for this? You also probably want to know a little bit more about my social media habits and what I've done. So, I've been utilizing live since January of 2019. I have been live on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. Those are my platforms. I've been a business owner since 2019. I've been full time in my business since August of 2019. Got fired from my corporate 9 to 5 job. And when I got fired, I just turned what was basically a YouTube channel and a $5 membership, y'all. When I got fired, all I had was a $5 a month membership in my YouTube channel. And I turned that into a multiple 6-figure business. a multiple six-figure business. I will be more than happy to talk to you about how I got fired. Absolutely, I'll answer that question, okay? Let me get through this live topics. If you're still here, Taryn, I will tell you the whole story at the end, right? Just started my YouTube channel. Yay! I love YouTube. YouTube is my number one platform. I literally have 2 YouTube channels, okay? So, what does your audience need to know before they work with you? And I do Q&A at the end. So, I usually only talk for about 20-ish minutes and then I do Q&A. So, if you do have any questions about going live, growing your social media, how I got fired, I'll be more than happy to answer them during the Q&A style. I talk a lot. I get easily distracted trying to help everyone. So I want to make sure I get through the talking points that I created. Okay. But I promise I will answer all the questions at the end, specifically how I got fired. But what does your audience need to know before they work with you? Okay. And that is a great way to come up with live topics. And if you just sit and you're like, okay, what are 10 things my audience needs to know before they work with me? What are 10 things my audience needs to know that's going to help them make a step towards being able to work with me? That's how I figure out my live topics, right? So, as a business coach, I listed to you like 8 or 9 things that people need to know before they work with me. Okay. My second way that I come up with live topics is, what is my story? What is my business story? What is my offer story? Some of my clients' stories. How did I get to where I am today? How have my clients gotten more results? That's testimonials. You can do live streams sharing your client results. People love client results, right? You can do live streams talking about your story. I talk about my story all the time. So if you follow me, then you know I started as a coupon coach. You know that I got fired from my corporate 9 to 5 on my 1 year YouTube anniversary. You would know that I pivoted hard in my business in 2023 to be a full-time business coach. You will know some of the intricate things that I have gone through over my journey as a coach online because I shared my story in some of my lives. Every year on my YouTube anniversary, which is August 19th, I always sit there and I share my story from scratch. Okay. 2 YouTube channels on Kindred, Sane Finance, and Kids Finance Literal Side. So the only reason why I have 2 YouTube channels is because my first YouTube channel that I started was all about couponing. And I still had that channel. It has like 40,000 subscribers on it. I still get followers every single day, and I haven't posted on it in a long time. But it's all about couponing. It's all about budgeting. It's all about meal planning. It's all about saving money. When I pivoted to teaching women how to start and grow their businesses, I wanted to have a fresh audience and I wanted to be able to market to women who wanted to make money. I'm not saying that people on my couponing channel don't want to make money. I'm not saying that at all because I do still get business coaching clients from that YouTube channel. Like people are watching me live from that YouTube channel right now. But the SEO on that YouTube channel is completely couponing. So it would have taken me a few years to flip that SEO. And I was like, you know what? It's probably to my benefit to start from scratch a new channel because I'm getting a new audience. Instagram and TikTok, I'm able to interchange my audiences for those, but for YouTube specifically, I did not want to take the long time to flip my audience, especially when like over 30,000 people were there for couponing. It did not make sense for me to keep it. But I don't make content for 2 YouTube channels. I only focus on my business one. I don't make any couponing content scheduled. It's literally like, oh, if I'm saving money, I'll post a video if I feel like posting it. Like I have one that's coming. I'm going to try to post it this week. It's a really cool video. But I don't know. If it gets up, it gets up. If it doesn't, no sweat off my back because my focus is the business coaching YouTube channel. So share your story of how you got to where you are today. And even that little nugget, right? Even me just sharing with you that I have 2 YouTube channels and why. I could do a whole live just on that from a business owner perspective. Why I started a second YouTube channel. I'm going to write that down as one of my live topics. Literally, I have my live topic thing up. Why I started a second. Literally, that's a great live topic. Okay. And this is one thing that I do all the time, which I'm gonna say it inadvertently because is it the next tip? Let me see. Is it the next tip? Yes. Tip number 3. How I find live topics. Thank you so much for the follow. Questions. Literally. So she asked me a question. That's a great live topic. So I wrote it down. Any questions that you've ever gotten in your industry, Great live topic. Any questions that anyone has asked you on your social media about your topic, live topics. Content, I'll go into that in a second. Any questions that people have asked your competitors. So when I started in couponing and I didn't have an audience, I went to other couponers' Instagrams, I went to their Facebook pages, I was in some of their Facebook groups, I went to their YouTube channels. And I just looked at their comments. I wasn't there to see what kind of content they created. I wasn't there to try to emulate their content at all. I was there purely to see what questions are people asking that are going unanswered. I found hundreds of questions. Some of them very, very simple, some of them a little bit intricate. Some of them I was like, oh, this would make a really good class or something that I could teach. But a lot of them were like, these are great either content topics or live topics. And I created a Google Doc, and I highly suggest you do this, that whenever you find a good topic, whether it's for content or live, you write it down in a Google Doc. You write it down in your notes. Okay. So, questions. I went to their content specifically to see what questions are people asking them that they aren't answering. One thing that really used to piss me off in the coupon community is that they would post a crap ton of content, but no one would answer the questions. And if someone asked a question, they would say, well, did you watch the video? It's in the breakdown, or you can Google it. And that used to grind my gears. And I have 10 years of couponing experience. So I couponed when you could get a lot of stuff for free. I coupon where you could get free toothpaste every single week. And when I say free, not get a rebate, not get an extra buck, I mean, I would go to Dollar Tree and only pay tax because it was necessary and walk out with my toothpaste, literally. Where things were so much of a moneymaker that there was $10 coupons, and literally you would pay $0 at Walmart, or Walmart would give you money back. I've been couponing since 2008. Okay. When extreme couponing was at the height of its, like, oh my gosh, that's when I was couponing, but it was completely fake. Right. So I hated that people's questions were not getting answered, and people were getting told to go to Google, and people were being told to rewatch the video. Okay. Sometimes people would watch a video and they still wouldn't understand. They still wouldn't get it. So, does it hurt you to answer their question? Right? Are you that busy that you can't answer the question? So, I made a Google Doc. I started answering all the questions. And that literally gave me content for days and days and days. Not even just for live, but for posting videos. Okay. I literally love answering people's questions. And that is a major way to have your content be superior to other people. Because if you go based on what people are asking, you're going to get views, you're going to get engagement, because people are literally telling you what they need help with. And remember, as service providers, how can you help your client get more of what they want? So, as a business coach, when I see people really posting, like, well, how do I use social media? How do I go live? How do I figure out how to manage everything in my business? How do I figure out what to talk about? How do I figure out how to make consistent sales? How do I figure out how to show up? How do I figure out what to talk about? Literally, all of those are topics that I can cover in lives. Which social media is the best social media for me to use? All of these are questions that I have been getting, and they turn out to be amazing live content topics. Okay. As a result of that, I've gotten a lot of questions about utilizing live, like in the DMs and some of my videos, like, how do you use live? Why do you go live so much? Do you get exhausted? Are you scared to show up on camera? All of those questions I get. So as a result, I did create my live bootcamp. And this 3-day live bootcamp is happening June 2nd through the 4th. And this bootcamp is for you if you want to utilize live in your business. If you want to be able to make more sales on social media, the live bootcamp is for you. You're going to leave with a strategy that you're going to be able to feel confident to show up and go live. And most importantly, you're going to make sales without feeling salesy, without feeling sleazy. Day 1, we're going to go over your full game plan. Day 2, we're going to go over how to show up confidently on live. Day 3, by far my favorite, I'm going to teach you how to sell your ass off without feeling salesy, without feeling pushy, without feeling sleazy. So the live bootcamp is completely live on Zoom. meaning you get to talk to me and I get to talk to you, and it's 3 days. It's going to be from 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Eastern, June 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. It comes with a workbook so you can actually take action and you actually can implement what you learn on the boot camp. You get the replay for 30 days, and most importantly, there is a Q&A every single night with me. So what does that mean? I'm going to open the floor and you can ask me any questions about growing your business on social media. And I'm an open book. If you ask me a question in one of my programs, I am going to answer it for you. So you get all the things in the live bootcamp for just $99. I only have 7 spots left because I want to keep this really small. I want to keep this intimate because I want to be able to help you specifically in your business. Like, I'm not just going to give you these general topics. I'm going to say, like, okay, Deanna, you're an accountant. What is it that you want to do? What is it that you sell? What is your offer? And we're going to come up with specific live topics for you, right? Then I'm going to go to the next person. What is your business? What is your offer? These are some specific, like, you are going to leave with specifics, not general crap. Okay. So I want to keep it small and intimate. So if you want to snag your seat to the live bootcamp, you can go to KristenMaximizer.com/bootcamp. The link is also in my bio. If you want to go on TikTok or Instagram to my bio, on YouTube and Facebook, it's in the description box. Okay. All for $99. I don't know if and when I'm hosting this again. And if I do, it definitely won't be $99 again because the value that you're going to get is chef's kiss amazing, right? So, Lala is the name, says, I want to use YouTube. I have one, but I'm a mindset and spiritual coach and I'm lost with the post. Oh my gosh. I would love to help you. Would love to help you. I'll say this to everyone. The live bootcamp is a great way for you to start working with me, even if you have a little bit of an audience. All you need is 50 to 100 followers. But I'm also going to talk a little bit about the content along with the live because you do want to tie those two together. So if you want to work with me, if you want to see if I'm a good coach for you to work with before you work with me on one-on-one, because I do have one-on-one coaching, it is a little bit more of an investment. But if you want to try before you buy, lock yourself into a 3 or 6 month coaching contract with me, the live bootcamp is a great way to get your feet wet. But also the Q&As alone is going to be more than your money's worth because every night I'm going to be doing at least 30 minutes of Q&A, meaning you can ask me all the questions. Okay. So I'd love to help you. YouTube is my jam. I've grown one of my channels to over 40,000 subscribers. So I've been doing YouTube for basically 6 years now. I'm flabbergasted that it's been 6 years. So questions. Fourth tip, or fourth way I should say, of how I choose my live topics is Google. Good old Google. Okay, so what you want to do is, what is the problem that you're solving? The problem that I'm solving is I help women grow businesses. Okay, so I'm helping women make more sales in their business. So I will go in and I will type in Google how to make sales in business. And Google has this little section when you're on the computer. Google has a section that says other questions people are asking. I'll type in how to grow a business, how to grow a business with social media. What social media should I use to grow my business? Should I go live to grow my business? And then Google will literally tell you other questions people are asking. And I'll just go through there, and off every page, I'll grab 1 to 2 topics. And I'm like, okay, this is something that I can talk about. This is a question I can answer, whether with content or live. Okay. So literally use Google to see what people are asking. Literally go on YouTube, because you can go to a YouTube search bar and you can search about your business industry and you will see the types of videos that other people are creating. And based on those views, okay, it can become a topic that you can talk about on live. Okay? Google is clutch. So clutch. It's so helpful. Now, because I have a YouTube channel, and YouTube is owned by Google, there's some amazing SEO searchability that you can use in YouTube in direct correlation to your audience. So I can go into my analytics and I can see what topics my subscribers are looking for, what questions my audience is typing into YouTube. So if I see these 10 questions, like all of my content that I'm creating, okay, is all from what I've looked in YouTube to see what people need more help with. Then from there, I take my content ideas and I figure out which one of them I want to make a live. So let me give you an example, okay? Which is my fifth tip, my content ideas from the week. So if I'm making a video of why I go live in business, okay? And one of the reasons why I'll go live is to make more sales. I would do a live literally about why going live helps me make sales in business. That was just one talking point and a piece of content I did. Um, the best social medias to use for your business. If I did a video sharing about each one of the social media topics, if you were live with me a few days ago, I did a live specifically on Instagram, right? So my content for the week was the best social media, how to pick the best social media for your business. And then I took one section, which was Instagram, and I did a live on why you should use Instagram for business. And I'm going to do one on Facebook, and I'm going to do one on YouTube, and I'm going to do one on TikTok. So basically, from one piece of content, I had 5 live topics. Because if you heard me on a live before, I don't rack my brain coming up with multiple content ideas for all my platforms or my lives. You want to know what I do? Here's my secret. I post 3 YouTube videos a week. That's 12 YouTube videos in a month. That's a lot, okay? 1 a week for new channels, 2 at most when you're trying to get your feet wet. But I've been doing this for 6 years, so 3 a week is nothing. I used to post a YouTube video every day, which is absolutely insane. And not a short, a full live. I used to be posting 20 to 30-minute videos every day. Absolutely insanity. Anywho, I come up with 12 YouTube topics per month. From those 12 topics, I go live. My goal is to go live 4 times a week. So from those 3 videos, I come up with 4 live topics, sometimes 5. And that's how I come up with what I'm specifically talking about. But my content ideas came from a lot of these strategies that I'm sharing with you right now, and really, really heavy on the Googling part and using my analytics in YouTube. Okay. But your content topics. So if you have videos that you're posting on your social media platforms, whatever those pieces of content on, you can literally take that and make that your live. Let me tell you why. Not everyone is watching your content that's watching your live. And people need to hear stuff 7, 8, 9, 10 times before it can stick. Do you want to know how many times I posted videos in my couponing days of how to start couponing, how to coupon at CVS, how to coupon at YouTube? Let's flip it to business. How to start a business with $0, how to make your first $1,000, how to make consistent sales, how to grow your business using social media. I've answered those questions and I've done videos about them a million times. Why you need an email list, how to start an email list, how to grow an email list. I've made so many videos, answered so many questions, and done so many lives. And every time I post it, people get help. And also, you get new followers and you get new subscribers all the time. So I will go back to my old live streams. So I will go back to my lives from, I usually go 90 days back or more, right? So I'll go back to my lives from February and January. Some people were not in my audience then. And if they were, they might need to hear it again. My business coach, if she talks about the same thing, I go and I listen, because every time I listen, I get something new. I learn something new. I can implement something new, right? Thank you so much for the follow. So, yes, you can repeat topics. If you're repeating yourself as a business owner, you are doing it right, because people need to hear things multiple times. So, my content topics and then content topics that I already went over before, I'm going to talk about them again. So, those are how I choose my live topics. If you're like, Crystal, this has been great, this has been helpful, can you let me know in the comments if this has been helpful? Has this helped you? Right? You break down the strategy so well. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Let me know if this was helpful in the comments. Was this helpful? Yes or no? Yes or no? I also am going to open the floor for questions. So, what questions do you have about going live, picking your live topics, using social media for business? I will open the floor for any questions. While I wait for you to type your questions, I do want to remind you that the live bootcamp is happening June 2nd through the 4th. Live Bootcamp is happening June 2nd through the 4th. So if you want more support in being able to create a live strategy and actually sell on live, like make sales from going live, you do not want to miss the Live Bootcamp. So I'm going to break down day by day what we're going to cover in the Live Bootcamp. The Live Bootcamp is 90 minutes and it's on Zoom. So you will have the opportunity to get coached by me. You will have the opportunity to actually speak to me and see me on Zoom because you can turn your camera on, right? Whether you have kids, whether your hair is not done, whether you look a mess, whether you're at work, it doesn't matter. You can turn your camera on. There's no judgment, and I will talk to you and I will help you, okay? So you are going to leave the live bootcamp with a strategy to go live. You're going to know what you're going to talk about. You're going to know how to talk about it. You're going to know how to get your audience excited, and you're going to learn how to sell your ass off, okay? You're going to feel confident to show up on live, and you're going to get excited to sell your offer on live. So day one is your live game plan. This is where we're going to figure out how to decide what you're going to talk about, when to go live, and for how long. Some people feel like they need to go live for an hour like me. You don't have to do that. I love to talk. So going live for an hour is like my normal, like that's my minimum. I usually do a minimum of 30 to 45 minutes. A lot of times, most of my lives are over an hour, right? And preparing your live assets, because there's just a few things you need to have together. You see me looking over, I have my live topic and I have my live points literally here for me, right? And I know what I'm selling. Day two, we're going to talk about how to show up confidently, even if you're scared, even if you don't know what to say, right? We're going to have your talking points prepared. I had 5 talking points for you today. My topic was how I pick my live topics, and I had 5 talking points. I had them together. I had them outlined. I knew what I was going to say. I'm going to teach you how to do that. And we're going to talk about having your offer ready to sell. Having your offer ready to sell. If people have to jump through too many hoops, they are not going to buy from you. You can go to KristenMaximizer.com/bootcamp to buy my live bootcamp. You can go on my website, click work with me, and buy my live bootcamp. You can go to the description box on my YouTube channel of any of my lives from the past week and buy the live bootcamp. It's very easy. You can DM me. I'll give you the link. You can buy the live bootcamp. If it's hard to buy, people will not give you their money. Okay. Day 3, I'm going to teach you how to sell your ass off. If you're new here, I do cuss a little bit. Not too much, but just a little bit, right? I'm going to teach you how to engage with your audience. No one wants to be on a boring live. Have y'all ever scrolled by those boring lives and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to be here? Scroll, because it's not engaging, right? I'm going to teach you how to sell without selling. I'm going to teach you how to sell without feeling sleazy. I'm going to teach you how to sell without feeling salesy. And I'm going to teach you how to sell without feeling pushy. No one wants to be on a live where people are like, buy, 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 buy. And the only thing they say is buy, 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 buy. You should buy this. Nobody wants to be on a live like that. No, nobody wants to be on a live like that. Okay. And most importantly, I'm going to teach you how to share your offer as a solution to a problem. People are paying to get their problem solved. So if you are not solving a problem, thank you so much for that, Rose. You're probably not making sales. Okay. So I'm going to teach you all of that in 3 days. I'm going to teach you all of that in 3 days. You're going to leave. Thank you so much for those roses. You are going to leave feeling confident and ready to sell your ass off on live. Okay. You get a workbook. You get the replays for 30 days. You get live Q&A, which is basically live coaching with me every single day for $99. That's it. That's all. It typically costs $250 to do a one-on-one session with me. You're getting me to coach you for $99. It is the best deal I'm going to be offering all year. This is better than a Black Friday sale because I don't think I'm going to have anything for $99 on Black Friday. So if you're interested in working with me, you want to be able to pick my brain on Zoom, you want me to help you and give you some specific feedback about your business, about your offer, about your sales technique, I would definitely say sign up for the live bootcamp. So there's 7 spots available. You can sign up at KristenMaximizer.com/bootcamp. It's Memorial Day. I said I wasn't going to have another bonus, but if you buy today, okay, Memorial Day, I will give you a 20-minute one-on-one coaching call. I had this bonus happen twice already. I said I wasn't bringing it back, but I'm literally only giving it to you if you're watching me live right now and you sign up for the live bootcamp. You sign up for the bootcamp today, you're going to get a 20-minute one-on-one coaching call, okay? Because I'm feeling generous and it's Memorial Day. You sign up today, you get a 20-minute coaching call. And on that call, you can ask me whatever you want about business. I don't even care. Anything on business, I will answer it for you. So, live bootcamp, $99, bonus 20-minute call at KristenMaximizer.com/bootcamp. Okay? Selling's over. What questions do we have? And don't be shy. Drop your questions in the comments about using live for your business. Okay? Drop your questions in the comments. Let me know what questions you have while I take a sip of water. Don't be shy. Okay? I know a few people said this was helpful, very helpful information. Glad it was. Enjoyed your value. I'm so glad it was helpful. Don't be shy. What questions do you have? If you don't have any questions, that's fine too. Any questions? Whew. I was talking too much, huh? Nobody has any questions? Y'all are a quiet bunch. You don't have no questions? And for everyone who's already purchased the live bootcamp, because I see a couple of you on here, tomorrow you'll get the link to book your one-on-one calls because I'm finally off of my Memorial Day weekend. I have been so busy all weekend. My calendar has been blocked, but my calendar opens up tomorrow and I'll send you out an email to book your one-on-one call. So you can book it before bootcamp or you can book it after. Totally up to you. No questions? Oh, Miss To Be Loved said very helpful. I'm glad it was helpful. Glad it was helpful. I just feel shy to become a content creator and start a business using social platforms. Okay. Oh, and I'm supposed to tell you why I got fired. Okay. So let me answer this and then I'll go fired. Liza Goose said it was helpful. Yay. Okay. So two things. You don't necessarily need to be a content creator to use social media for your business. Okay. You're a business owner first. But I also want to ask you to ask yourself, do you want to start a business? Is it that important to you? Do you want to start a business? Okay. I would encourage you to journal on why you want to start a business and be specific on how having a business is going to benefit your life. Okay. And if you do all of that and you decide that you want to have a business, you then want to ask yourself, am I comfortable with pushing myself to do something that's for free that could yield me tens of thousands of dollars? Because social media is the freest and one of the easiest ways to market your business. I know it's hard, but it gets to be easy when you have a plan and a strategy. So I would encourage you to really sit with yourself and decide if starting a business is what you really want and how is it going to benefit your life? How is it going to make your life better? And then if you decide like I really do want this business, are you willing to do what it takes to make the business grow? Because social media is one of the easiest and lowest barriers to entry. And you don't have to go full content creator, but if you want to make sales, you're going to have to sell. And if you don't do it on social media, how are you going to market? Are you going door to door? Are you paying for ads? Are you going to pay somebody else to make videos for you, which I highly don't suggest? Um, how are you going to make sales in your business? And depending on the type of business you start, you're going to have to see people and talk to them. So, in my opinion, it's easier to talk to myself in the camera than it is to talk to a person in front of you. Does that make sense? So, I think at the core of it, you have to get within yourself, do I want to start a business? Yes or no? Does that make sense? You asked me why I got fired. I'm going to give you the long story as short as I can, and then come back in August and I'll give you the full story. Usually takes me like an hour to tell the story, but I've known since I was a kid that I wanted to be a business owner. I started my first little business when I was in like elementary school. My sister and my cousin, we literally got loose leaf paper. We colored on it. We folded it up and we sold it as fans in the street of our neighborhood, and people gave us money. In middle school, I started a snowball stand. I'm from Baltimore. We have these things called frozen cups, which is where you make the sweetest Kool-Aid of your life. You put it in a styrofoam cup, you freeze it in the freezer. Then the kids buy it, okay? And we eat it with a spoon. One of the best sweet treats. And then I would take those, put them in a blender, blend them up as a snowball, and sell it to the kids. I was making about $20 a day, but I was like 12 years old. So $20 a day to me and my little 8, 9-year-old sister, we were balling. You could not tell us that we were not balling. We bought every single piece of school clothes we could that year. Okay. I've always had a side hustle. I've always had multiple jobs, but I knew in my heart of hearts, I wanted to be a business owner. When I applied to college, I applied as a business major. I changed it to nursing because I got influenced. but I knew that I wanted to start a business. Like literally, that was my whole life's goal. I got a bachelor's degree. I got a master's degree. I started working in my field, and I just knew the 9 to 5 life was not for me. I want the time freedom and I want the money freedom. Put some money signs in the chat if you want time freedom and money freedom. Put some money signs in the chat if you want unlimited earning potential and you want to be able to be in charge of your own time. That's what I really wanted. So I was at my 9 to 5, and before that, I tried to sell couponing classes right after I had my daughter, but I was postpartum depression. I didn't have the right mindset. And what I've learned as a business owner is mindset is everything. If your mindset is garbage, if you're speaking negatively all the time, if you default to negative, which most of us do, you're not going to get to where you go, because if you can't believe that you can get there, you won't get there. Okay. So I tried to sell couponing classes, and that was in 2015. Didn't work. So I was discouraged. I did digital marketing, internet marketing. I did all kinds of stuff. Never really worked for me. I started my first serious side hustle in 2017, and my master's degree is in HR. So I was a sales recruiter at this 9 to 5 that I got fired from. I hired people to work in a call center for a timeshare company. I had a sales quota every week. I was making like $80,000 a year. And I was like, I need to get out of here. So I started a business recruiting nurses, because you could make up to like $10,000 recruiting like nurse practitioners and doctors. So all I saw was the money potential. So I started this business in, I believe, 2017. And I kept this business for 14 months and I closed it because I barely broke even. And I realized I didn't love recruiting that much. I realized I didn't want to spend all of my time recruiting. I did that for my 9 to 5, and I did not love it anymore. It's not something I saw myself doing long term. So what had happened was I closed down that business. And then at one point I had took a week off of social media because I was like, sweet baby Jesus, I need your help. I deleted Instagram and Facebook from my phone. There was no TikTok at that time. I deleted Instagram and Facebook because I was scrolling. Okay. We didn't have screen time back then, but I was scrolling way too much. And I was like, this is ridiculous. Took a week off of social media, and I'm like, okay, God, if money was no option, what would I do? This is how you figure out what you want to do in your business. This is what I teach my clients. If money was no option, what would I do? It literally popped into my head, couponing. At this point, I had been couponing for 10 years. I tried to sell classes before. I think I sold like 5 classes at like $25. I had a rinky-dink PowerPoint, but baby, people was getting results. Those 5 people, they got results. And God said couponing. And I'm like, no one's going to pay me to teach them how to coupon. There's no way I can make money in couponing. So I shot down God. I was like, absolutely not. No couponing. But the next day, if money was no option, what would I do? Couponing. God, I can't make money couponing. Like, this is a pipe dream. Who's going to pay me to teach them how to save money? So a few more days go by. Nothing's clear to me. It's Sunday. Me and my daughter are going to go couponing. I think with my first videos, where did I go? I went to CVS. I went to Walgreens. I went to Publix. On a whim, I pick up my iPhone 6 and I look at my daughter, who at this point in 2018, she's 4. She's 4? She's 4 when I started the YouTube channel. Mommy's going to record our videos. And if you go to my Krista Maximizer YouTube channel and you go back to my oldest videos, they are god awful. God awful. Okay. No microphone, no lighting. My face is so close to the camera. It was awful. Okay. But I said, I'm just going to record these videos because I knew that YouTube paid you. I didn't know how it worked, but I know that you could make money from posting YouTube videos. So that day I recorded my first 3 YouTube videos and they were absolutely awful. I didn't edit. I didn't know anything about thumbnails. Those videos are so awful. Okay. So I post those videos and I tell my sister, I'm so excited. I post the YouTube videos. I drop the links on my personal Facebook page because I don't know. I tell everybody on Instagram, like, I started a YouTube channel, go watch my videos. Because throughout me couponing, people would always ask me, teach me, teach me, teach me. But people didn't really want to pay for classes, right? Teach me, teach me, teach me. I would post my hauls. Teach me, teach me, teach me. So I said, fine. People don't want to pay. I'm going to post on YouTube. And I told my sister, I want to be monetized in a year. How do you get monetized on YouTube? You need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. So I told my sister, I said, I want this within a year. I said, I'm going to post for a year and I'm going to get monetized on YouTube. Okay. I started posting and I didn't know what I was doing. I learned something new every single week that I was making videos, and I was monetized in 90 days. I started my YouTube channel in August. I had 1,000 subscribers in maybe late October. I got the notification that I was qualified for monetization in November, and I actually had ads on my videos from December 15th through December 31st of 2018. I got my first YouTube check in January of 2019. I started YouTube in August of 2018. I got my first check. It was $324 in January 2019. And I said, oh, they effed up because they're telling me that I can make, I was like, even if I only make $300 a month from doing something that I was already doing anyway, I was couponing every week anyway, and I get to talk about something that I like to do. I don't have to ask anybody to buy anything, and I could just make videos and they're gonna pay me money. I've been told my whole life I talk too much. These people are paying me to talk. I was like, oh, they effed up. At that point, I started posting almost every single day. And it completely changed my life. Like starting that YouTube channel completely changed my life. I started my $5 membership answering questions in April of that year. I sold my first course in September of that year. But my time at work was slowly getting worse and worse and worse. So in January, when I started making that money, I made a pact with myself that I was quitting my job. And I started investing in learning how to make money with a business. I went to 2019 was crazy. I went to business conferences. I bought ebooks. I bought some coaching platform classes. I did a bunch of things because I was like, I got to quit my job. So I started saving money. Probably in February, I started saving money and I made a quit my job plan. But a lot of things happened to me in 2019. And in August 19th, on my 1-year YouTube anniversary, I had just had my 1-year YouTube anniversary. And I had just hit 1 million views on my channel. Like 1 million people had watched my YouTube channel in 1 year, which to me was absolutely insane. I go into work that day, and at lunchtime, I get fired. Half of my stuff was already packed up under my desk. And the VP who fired me, old crusty white lady, after she said what she needed to say to me, I packed up all my stuff and I went back into the office that she was in. And on my way out, I looked at her and I said, thank you, because now I can be great. I said, now I can be great. And at that point, that's when I started to cry. And my manager was like, don't cry, don't cry. And I was like, these are happy tears. These are happy tears because I can do what I wanted to do now. And every single person that I talked to congratulated me that I got fired. They said, we'll miss you, but we know you're going to do great things outside of here. We're going to miss you, but you're going to do great things outside of here. Like, it was one of the best things that ever happened to me, getting fired. And on that day, I told myself, I said, I'm not looking for another job. Ideally, I wanted 6 months of living expenses, but I had about 4.5 months. And they paid me for a month, my PTO and what I had worked for that week, which is only like a day. So they paid me I got paid weekly. I got 5 weeks of pay after I got fired, which was great because basically that gave me 5.5, almost 6 months. I had been making $5 from my membership and a Patreon. I had never cashed it out and I had close to $3,000 in there. So that helped. So I was close to having 6 months of living expenses. And I said, worst case, I have a master's, I can get a job. I said, if I have to go be a manager at McDonald's, I'll do it if I need to make money. But I was like, I'm going to figure out how to make this money. At this point, I was making close to $1,500 or $1,800 a month for my YouTube channel. I had my little $5 membership and I was preparing to sell my first course. Okay. And I just went full time. But you want to know what happened about 6 months after that? September, October, November, December, January. About 7 months after that, the pandemic. And guess what? Everybody that I work with got laid off. So I am so happy that I got fired when I did. Now, I haven't gone back to a 9 to 5. And it has not been easy. It has not been sunshine and roses. Have I made close to $400,000? Okay. Have I had to supplement my income in multiple ways? Absolutely. Have I done Instacart? Absolutely. I have a sorority sister that for the past couple years, I've been helping her a lot with her business and she pays me. But I could not go back to a 9 to 5. I have hustled. I have done selling all kinds of things. I have been a support coach. I mean, I've done so many things, but on my own time. I don't have to wake up to an alarm. My daughter gets to be homeschooled and she gets to travel. And even though running a business is one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, it's nowhere near as hard as working for a 9 to 5 and listening to someone else. Can it be unpredictable? Yes. Do I have to make sales in order to survive? Absolutely. But I'd rather do that than go back to a 9 to 5. So getting fired is definitely a part of my identity because it literally changed my life along with the YouTube channel. Along with the YouTube channel, right? It completely changed my life. Completely. So that's the 10-minute version of how I got fired. It felt like longer than 10 minutes, but that is the 10-minute version of how I got fired from my job, okay? That's the 10-minute version, okay? Okay. So, any other questions? Thank you so much for the follow. Any other questions? Okay. Any other questions? What will the class teach YouTube strategy? Hi, Iris. So, I'm not teaching a specific YouTube strategy. I'm teaching how to actually go live on any platform. But what I will say, Iris, is that if you purchase a spot to the live bootcamp tonight, I am offering a 20-minute coaching call, one on one, me and you. So if you want to talk about a YouTube strategy, I will be more than happy to break down a YouTube strategy for you in our 20-minute session. And during our Q&As, if you have questions about creating YouTube content and going live on YouTube, I'll be more than happy to answer them in the Q&A. But during my slides and during my teaching, I'm not teaching a specific YouTube strategy. I will be talking a little bit about content because you do have to have content along with your lives. So when it comes to like preparing to show up, I am going to talk a little bit about content, but I'm not going to do a full YouTube strategy. So to get that free 20-minute session, we can go over a YouTube strategy. Okay. 20 minutes doesn't sound like a lot, but I can coach you up in 20 minutes and really help you with a YouTube strategy there. Okay. Let me know if that was helpful. Are you still teaching couponing? I'm trying to sell products on Amazon and eBay, and I'm trying to get enough margin to make profit. So Miss To Be Loved, are you still here? I can do coupon coaching one-on-one. Okay. So I do have one-on-one coupon coaching. If you want that, I would need you to send me a DM on Instagram or TikTok at Chris the Maximizer, and I can give you the prices for what that would look like. So you're trying to buy stuff couponing and then sell it on Amazon and eBay. So again, if that's what you want to do, you can send me a DM, and I'm teaching one-on-one couponing. Okay. Mostly Voxer coaching. If you want like Zoom coaching calls with that too, I can create a package for you. Like a 4-month package for us to work together one-on-one to help you with couponing and purchasing items. So if you want one-on-one support with that, just send me a DM over on Instagram and I'll be more than happy to put a package together. Coupon coaching starts at $99 per month and goes up from there. And it is typically a 4-month commitment. Okay. Iris says thanks. You're welcome. And YouTube is my main platform, so I will definitely be referring to that a lot in the coaching, in the bootcamp, coaching bootcamp, inside of the bootcamp, but it's just not my focus. But I think I should probably do like a YouTube content strategy for business owners. I think that will be like a nice workshop or bootcamp for me to do in the future, since I have used YouTube so much. Thank you so much for that, Rose. I appreciate it. What other questions do we have? Thank you so much for those roses. I appreciate that. What other questions do we have? Questions. So live bootcamp is happening June 2nd through the 4th. Again, it's going to help you create a strategy to go live and make more sales in your business. Each session is 90 minutes, and you're going to leave with your strategy to show up live. You're going to know what to talk about, how to talk about it, get your audience excited, sell your ass off, feel confident about showing up on live, and be excited to sell your offer, it's $99. It's a one-time $99 payment for 3 live coaching sessions with me, a workbook. You get replay access for 30 days. And when you buy today, because it's Memorial Day, you're going to get a 20-minute coaching call. Okay? A 20-minute coaching call. So, and that's a one-on-one call. So just me and you on Zoom, and you can ask me anything about growing, starting your business, all the things, and you get the live boot camp. Okay. Yes, that's what I want to do. Okay. Send me a DM right now. Go on Instagram, send me a DM, and we can chat. Okay. And I can chat with you before I go to bed because I took a nap today. So I think I'm going to be up for a little bit. So if you send me a DM, we can get that together and get that on the books. Okay. Any other questions? These were great questions. Thank y'all for joining me for this live. But I want to open the floor for questions. And I didn't say where, but the bootcamp is on my website at kristenmaximizer.com/bootcamp. You can click on work with me and click the bootcamp to go ahead and sign up. 20-minute coaching call today only, tonight only, one night only. I'm not bringing this bonus back. I said that before, but I really do mean it this time. And you'll get the link tomorrow. To book your session. I'm looking at using promo codes for discounts as well. You mean on Amazon and eBay? Well, I don't teach that. Okay. I do not teach promo codes and things like that for Amazon and eBay. That is not my area of expertise. But if you want help with a traditional couponing strategy and ways to save money on the things that you want to buy, I can absolutely help you with that. Anybody have any other questions? Questions. If you have any questions after the live, you can send me a DM on TikTok or Instagram at Kristen Maximizer. Yeah. If you're not subscribed to my business YouTube channel, you can subscribe to Build a Business with Chris. And it's Build a Business with KRYS, Build a Business with Chris. And that's where I post 3 times a week. Okay. I literally took this week off. But I do have a YouTube videos that will be out Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday this week. Okay. After I took a week off because it was my daughter's birthday on Thursday. Then I came back up to Maryland, and then I've been with friends and family all weekend. So I was like, we're gonna take a week off from work. Okay. But my videos will resume tomorrow. Okay. I don't see any other questions. I want to thank y'all so much for joining me. Make sure you go subscribe to my YouTube channel. Business owners, get up in that live boot camp because getting a one-on-one session with me for $99 is epic. Plus you get 3 days of coaching. You do not want to miss this. So thank y'all so much for joining. Go sign up for the boot camp, and I'll see some of you tomorrow and even more of you inside the boot camp. Have a good night. Bye.